Well, guys, good morning. I mean, it's here in the States, it's Labor Day weekend, September. Y'all, I'm really going to be up close now to see how red I am. 5 minutes after the hour on 9 o'clock for us, but September, is it the second or third? That's something I can't even remember. The third can be day of the week is a little bit off now, but guys, what an exciting weekend. I've had a busy week, but we had the convention in Orlando, got to see so many of you in person. What an incredible event. I've attended events for 20 years and you could feel there was so much energy and there's so much going on. It was just, I don't even know how to say it. It was just overwhelming. I didn't stay long for the party on Saturday night. Todd's like, you never miss a party. And I'm like, I'm absolutely worn out just from all the things that went on during the day. And it was great. So welcome everybody this morning. We're going to have a really good morning. I'm looking forward to these interviews and talking about it and then getting into this, to the ReNew system that's been built and was introduced. And before we do that though, guys, we're going to have a couple of testimonials, one in particular. And I met Earnest in Huntsville, I guess about 2 months ago. Time kind of gets to the point where I don't remember exactly, but I met Earnest a couple of months ago. We had a good talk and my goodness, I thought my ReNew story changed me a lot, and it did. But Earnest is another person who's had a dramatic change with the ReNew. So Ernest, are you with us? Are you going to be able to, did you get unmuted? I knew we had you tested out early this morning. So look at this man on the tennis court. That's what, where else can you do business wherever you want?
So Ernest is he's the top tennis coach in North Alabama, retired colonel out of the Army, and for a while the president of the chapter of the 100 Black Men of America in the Huntsville, North Alabama chapter. So Ernest is successful in and out of our business, but Sonia Infinger set the appointment to go see Ernest, and Ernest began his journey with a box of Moa, and then Sonia went back to him and got him a box of ReNew. So Ernest, if you wouldn't mind, let's start off with the testimonial of what those two products did in your body.
Absolutely. After having gotten COVID, I just couldn't get back to 100% of teaching anywhere from 6 to 8 hours of tennis a day. But the more I got the information out of my body, I made the ReNew, added everything else that I needed to do, especially when we're talking about the extra energy and stamina that I needed. And I also picked up weight that helped me lose the weight that I needed to sustain all the exercise and training that I was doing on the tennis court. And it also focus from time to time it helped me to sleep better at night. And that was one thing that I was lacking. But as I continue to go down that checklist, enhance libido and sexual function, sexual performance, all of that is a cue for the promotion to Colonel. I retired as a major, but at any rate, I appreciate it. But for me, it got my high blood pressure down. My doctor told me, I don't know what you're doing, Ernest, but he actually lowered my medication to the lowest possible doses that I could receive. But the real thing is that I've only got one kidney, and that kidney has on that. And when I went to see the doctor of the dialysis machine, but when I went back after being on those two products for 3 months, he even told me that my numbers were so great. And if you continue to do what you're doing, I have to go back. It's me, and products got me back on the tennis court. And I'm forever grateful for Sonia for introducing me to those two particular products.
Let me ask
Incredible.
It is an incredible story. Ernest, would you mind telling us your age?
I'm 68, I'm 68, but I claim the next year, so I'm 69.
it's just nice to have somebody that's my age bracket on here. Besides, I'm usually the old guy here, so Ernest is just a little older than me. So, but
Chris,
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, Anthony, can you pull up the PowerPoint that I sent you this morning for Ernest? Ernest, just a heads up, you're coming through kind of broken. I was going to let you tell this story, but I'm going to share it for you because we're not getting, it's not coming through clear. I think the coverage is not good. But Ernest left Orlando. He bought $1,000 worth of trial packs in Orlando. He didn't get them all there, but left with what he could. He made phone calls on his way home. He stopped in Macon, Georgia, showed a PhD worldwide public speaker, gave him the 5 trial pack, told him to use it. But here's what Ernest did, because I'm a business builder and all of my team, we set appointments to share the opportunity. We don't just get customers. So he set the appointment with that gentleman after he gave him the trial pack, and he set a Zoom. So we did a Zoom for him Thursday night. And the gentleman is called him back, is going to be joining us, wanting to know when Ernest can come there and help him. The next thing Ernest did is he called, the next slide there, Anthony, is he then called a number of his friends, pastors in town, and he said, we're going to start a men's breakfast for ReNew. And the slide that Anthony's pulling up there, you'll see that very first appointment. He was expecting about 12, but the college there in Huntsville, Alabama A&M, was playing UAB. So a lot of Ernest's good friends were already tailgating that day down in Birmingham, Alabama on Thursday. But he still had 5 show up, several joined. And then we left there, went to another appointment where he signed up a doctor. We left there and went back to his place that night where him and Sonia Infinger do their joint meeting, and he signed up another representative. And I think Kim had told me that I think Ernest has now put 20 new brand partners in the system in the last 3 weeks. Is that pretty accurate, Ernest? We'll see if you can come through and you can conclude that story.
I'm almost certain that is correct. And when you got a team like Kim and Sonia with the support team we have, I mean, for me, when I left that conference in Orlando, it put all the missing pieces of the puzzles together for me. And I left there on cloud 9, and I am still on cloud 9, convinced that I can do this job even better than what I'm doing.
And what is your goal, Ernest? What is your goal with it?
I committed to 1 year. You remember I told you that, Todd, that I was going to work this as hard as I can, as smart as I can. And with the training that I have been receiving, I just want to see how my wife and say yes, because I realized one thing, that this is the greatest company, because when I left that meeting, I was convinced that this company specializes in helping your dreams come true and my dream come true, and I want to be a part of that.
What a great testament.
Awesome job. What Ernest is not good at, Chris, is technology. In the beginning, he said he wouldn't do any technology, but he's now speaking on Zoom. Got a nice little setup there on his tennis court at his house. And the other night, his daughter and him were game planning out how to start his Facebook system of attracting people. So Ernest, kudos for learning at an old age. You're doing awesome, man. We are proud of you.
The conference did that for me. When I heard all of those testimonies, and my daughter, and of course you, Todd and Kim, all of you all have been trying to convince me that was a better technique than what I'm doing. Like I said, the conference put all the missing pieces of the puzzle together, and I'm excited about it.
We talk about conferences all the time, and Ernest is literally putting an exclamation point on what we keep saying. Conferences make a change in a person. Think about that. Ernest, that's pretty amazing. I knew you were going to be special when I met you in Destin before, but now you've gotten in the business. Now the business has gotten in you. I think that's
absolutely like passion for it. And I'll never forget the first time I met you, Chris. You were sitting behind me. I thought you were just another local redneck, and we were just having fun like I do all the time. And when I found out who you were, I mean, I was totally shocked.
No, you're wrong. I still am just another redneck. I just happen to have been doing this a while. I'm just another redneck that likes this business. I love it. That's but you know, it is a special company that does special things for people. But when you see someone actually get it and start really trying to help people and know that there's a financial future intact with that, it makes such a difference. And your story is great. And I appreciate the compliment there.
So, Ernest, thank you for
Thank you
being here
guys
this
for
morning. So,
inviting me.
Chris, yes, sir. So, Chris, now we get to kind of share that this business is available to everyone across all spectrums, because Ernest joins after 2 careers later in life, more retirement, the ability to help himself health-wise, and now a platform to go help others. But our next guest this morning started in college. Matter of fact, at the time was going, his undergrad was preparing him to go to medical school. So he started in his low 20s. He's now aged a little bit, become not a newbie in network marketing, but now pretty seasoned in our industry. But he also has become TikTok famous. So let's go ahead and bring up James Zheng, and we're going to start off by playing his video this morning. So, Ant, if you could roll the video, and if you don't have this in your possession, we will get it to you today. James sent it out yesterday. We've been forwarding it, but what an amazing job. Fire away, Ant.
Are you over 25 years old and felt like your body just starts to deteriorate after that age? Short answer, it's because your levels of human growth hormone are going down. In this video, I'm going to talk about what human growth hormone is, why it's important for you, what causes it to decline. Now, I'll talk about this product, ReNew, can help you get more of human growth hormone. HGH is a messenger sent from the brain to the body to help with the following: reducing body fat, boosting energy and stamina, improving quality of sleep, increase muscle recovery and growth, increase skin elasticity and anti-aging, and enhancing libido and sex function. The issue is this: after 25 years old, our body stops producing as much human growth hormone by as much as 30 to 50% by the age of 50 years old. So what a lot of people do is they go to their doctors and they get prescribed synthetic human growth hormone. These typically are injections. Just like with a synthetic drug, when you put something synthetic in your body, if you're not careful, there could be bad side effects. It actually could negatively impact your body's health. That's where ReNew comes in. It's a patent pending formulation with a number of natural blends that help you to naturally stimulate growth hormone production in your body. There's actually 4 blends in this. The first blend is a signal booster blend. This has a patent pending formulation of noni fruit, blueberry extract, green tea extract, turmeric, grapeseed extract. It's been scientifically shown that when you're using this blend, levels of DPP4, enzyme that suppressed growth hormone production, went down by 99%. Less DPP4, more growth hormone in the body. Gluten-free, 100% vegan, non-GMO, and no artificial flavors and coloring. All you do is take the stick pack, mix it with 8 to 10 ounces of water, drink it 30 minutes before you go to sleep. It tastes kind of tangy, and life is good. Because it's naturally stimulating growth hormone, there's no negative side effects. And you should expect to feel a difference within the first 5 days. Typically, people feel deeper sleep, better energy, better recovery. I've been using this for months, and I'm the fittest I've ever been in my 30s. Kristen is a personal trainer and gym owner. She noticed she gets better sleep, and her gym recovery and performance has shot up like crazy. Tracy is an entrepreneur. With his busy schedule, it's helped him get deeper sleep and more energy. Melissa feels amazing, mental clarity, and get this, even better in the bedroom. Dr. Crystal is a chiropractor, and she's seen her own patients get better sleep, energy, and libido. So if you've been looking for a natural way to boost up human growth hormone levels in your body, you can experience all of those benefits we mentioned before. You can grab these in one of 2 ways. Number 1, there's a simple 5-day trial where you can experience all of this. You get a cool pamphlet with brochure and explanation, and you get 5-day samples of this, which you should be able to experience the results in that time frame. For a better deal and the full experience, for a 28-day, 1-month supply, you can grab a box. I'm telling you, it's the one thing that I'm going to be using every day for the rest of my life. For more information on these, be sure to get back to the person that connected you to this video.
Wow, that's the first time I've seen it. I hadn't been able to download it because I've been on the water. That was amazing.
Chris, it's the best video I've seen in this company in 9 years. And James, I want to tell you personally, thank you, because oftentimes in business, it's got nothing to do with network marketing. A lot of people work on the not on the law of abundance, meaning they kind of create their stuff and they use their stuff and they protect their stuff. You shared that with us all yesterday. You did the video in a way that everybody can use it. for their own benefit. That says a lot about you as a human being. I'm grateful to forever because that video, the amount of feedback I have never, matter of fact, I have never gotten the amount of positive feedback I got yesterday when that video started flowing through people. I mean, brand new people who have never done anything were telling us I could actually use this video. And the reason why I think, Chris, is because the way he did it is the way everybody watches stuff now. Like that's that reel on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. So that being said, James, for those that don't know you at all yet, why don't you introduce yourself this morning and then we'll start rolling through the system.
Absolutely. Such a great honor. What's up, New Age fam? Hey, if you're ready for a great day, I'd like a lot of participation in the chat. Drop a 1 in the chat. Drop a 1 in the chat so we can see you guys. And it's great to see everybody after this whole weekend. If I hugged you in person, it's great to see you. Awesome. But yeah, long story short, you heard from Todd. I got started in this industry when I was 19 years old. Never thought I'd be in business. It was ironically during the last recession. Something I've been talking about a lot is recessions are the greatest time of wealth transfer, which we're in one right now as well too. So if you're on this line right now, this is our time to really be able to make some giant breakthroughs in you and your family. So 19, I was going to UC Berkeley. I was studying biology. As Todd said, I was trying to be a doctor because I'm Asian. That's what Asian people do. And I never thought I'd be able to do anything business-wise. If you met me before, I was super shy. I could even actually order my own food at a restaurant type of shy. So to be on a stage like we were this last weekend, totally not natural. So if you feel like you weren't designed or born for this type of business, I'll let you know this. Everything is learnable. Just go with great coaches like Todd and Chris and all the other leaders here and just be a sponge. And that's what I did. I got introduced to this, started part-time, never thought I'd make any money. I just love the environment. I love learning here. But when you plug in enough, you immerse yourself and you actually follow what's being taught. The crazy thing about this business is it actually works. Just like you heard with Earnest, he's just taking it and running with it. It works for everybody. It's the great equalizer. And 2.5 years part-time, ended up making enough where I said, I'm going to go full born into this. And that brought us into this company. So it's been around for a bit involved since day one. You might know my wife as well too, Becky. She's napping right now. It's West Coast time over here, but you know, women, they need their sleep, you know, so it's important right there. But absolute honor to be on here today and share with you guys something. But Todd, I would love to share some details here as well too. But is there any other question or anything you like as well too?
No, just fire away, James. Just kind of walk us through.
Yeah.
You were already before we even launched the 5-day trail pack. I was following you on TikTok. You had already kind of moved over and started really promoting the HGH. Yeah. And the other thing you were promoting is what I really love, and that is the opportunity from a business standpoint in today's economy. So the floor is yours.
Sounds good. All right. So I have an ask for everybody today, all right? And this is an exciting time. You might see people like Todd, you might see people like Earnest, Chris, myself now as well too. And I'll let you know this, with this ReNew system, who here's got your trial packs? Drop a 2 in the chat if you got at least one of these already as well too in your hands. This system, you see Tracy, you see so many other great leaders here. You know what's the honest truth about this? What's super exciting is you just saw something launched that literally is like a brand new company and a brand new opportunity. So you see all of us talking here right now. The honest truth is this: we're all figuring this out, right? We're all figuring this out together. So the fun part is this: if you felt like you've missed the boat before, if you're brand new and you're like, can I catch up? Can I really go for this? This truly has been the greatest equalizer time, and everybody is running from the same state. And if we come together as a collaborative with all of your stories, with all of your input, with everything, that's what's going to make this company blow up to the next level. It's each and every single one of us being a leader, thinking, how do I make this work for me? How do I make this work for my team? You're going to see a different methodology, different little things. I'll share with you something I'm doing today that you can implement too. But ultimately, it's going to come up with each and every single one of our leadership to say, what makes sense for the way that I'm building and what makes sense with your existing leadership too, right? So I'll share some details today. Go back to your leadership and see if this can help you as well too. There's basic principles and foundational things, and then there's also technical things as well too, right? So if I can get your commitment that we can look at today as leaders, meaning you're going to take ownership, meaning you're going to take action if things make sense, meaning you're going to collaborate, right? Drop a 5 in the chat if you're down to be leaders, co-leaders with us in everything that's going on today. I love seeing that going on, all right? So what am I doing right now? And in fact, you guys are getting this first. I haven't trained my team on this. I'm going to train them later today on this. But when this came out, just share a quick story. Why am I so excited about ReNew, Todd? Is because we've been seeing people, and you heard Dr. Crystal talk about this. This is something that people in our industry are doing. People that are making multi-millions a year. This whole trial system and a simple way to be able to get a product like this out there. So I've been looking at this for the last 6+ months since ReNew has gone out there, and that's where the video came from. I've made probably 100 videos on ReNew. So that one, feel free to use it for sure. I know it's going to convert. I know it works. It's like 3 minutes. It's real quick and everything. And what my goal is today is show you how to get this out there. And if you hang with me till the end, I'd love to be able to challenge everyone here as well too, because we got something amazing on our hands. So let me show you exactly what I do. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to share with you what I'm doing. And you can decide to implement this into your team if you feel like it is well too. But let me do this, okay? So let me show you something. I'm going to show you how that I'm actually getting this out there, right? This business is all about exposure. All right. Comment exposure in the chat if you're with me. Exposure. The people that get the most exposure to our products and our opportunity, they're going to win. Tim Sale says it's all the pipeline. All right. We don't have to overcomplicate it. Why is Earnest crushing it? He's exposing a lot of people, right? And using the systems that he has in front of him, but just take it and run with it. So let me show you a simple way to be able to get this video out there. What I'm going to be doing, what I am doing, is I'm just going to get that video out there as quickly as possible as a door opener. And it opens conversations. But my goal is just like you, Todd. I want to enroll Earnests, right? Who here would love to have like 10 Earnests in your team? You know, like that's what we're talking about here. And shout out to Sonia. You saw what she did. She led with the product. She followed up. She continued to expose, talk about the opportunity and everything. So just know that this video, this ReNew trial, just like what Tracy and Coach Palmer have been talking about all week, it is a door opener to so much more. But it starts with getting something simple out there, right? So I'm going to show you what I do. All right. Number one, it all starts with getting your list down. And then it starts with you doing an invitation, right? I want to do an invite to a presentation. So what am I going to do here? Well, Anthony is going to be my demo partner. I'm going to show you a simple script you can use. Feel free to use this. And Anthony, if you can drop that into the chat here as well too. And I'll show you something I do. All right. So Anthony just dropped. This is a script that I'm using. Anything with scripts too, modify it, personalize it, make it you. Okay. The goal of this script is to just get someone open-minded to look at that video that I just shared with you guys. Okay. So with that, I'll also share with you something. This is something that you might want to incorporate. I'm using this really cool app called Boards. I know Dr. Crystal and her team, she's using this as well too. But how nice would it be if you had scripts and prompts downloaded straight to your phone keyboard so you didn't have to like try to remember what to say? Does anyone ever have trouble, especially when you're newer, knowing what to say or feeling confident about how to say that? You know, yeah, drop a yes in the chat if that's how you felt. That was my number one fear, right? Am I going to say the right thing? Like, oh man, I'm not used to sales or all this type of stuff. You know, it seems to flow so well from other people. I don't know what to do, right? So scripts are a good way. That's how I learned. It's a good way to get your training blocks off the ground. Okay. And eventually you'll start to do this. Okay. So this is literally my phone. Anthony, I've designated, he's going to be a great prospect. All right. He's into health. I know he was a track star. Anthony told me his his running times this weekend. I'm like, dang, he was really a track star. So I think that this ReNew can help him. I want you to think about someone in mind you feel can benefit from ReNew. Okay. Think about any of the benefits that there are. So what I'm going to do, boards looks like this. So this is my keyboard. This works for Android and Apple. It's a free app and everything. And I'll make this available for the leaders. So if you guys are interested in this, so if you notice, this is on my actual keyboard. And what this is what the boards looks like. It literally has all of these scripts downloaded immediately. So it makes it consistent. So let's say I want to invite Ant. All right. I'm just going to type this in. It's called the ReNew invite script. And boom. You see how I don't have to retype it. I can literally just copy and paste it and put it in there and everything. It's super, super helpful. So I'm going to read this out. So how I'm going to look at this, and I want you, whether you use boards or you just grab that script, jot that down because we're going to have a little challenge today. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to talk about this. All right. So it says, hello, obviously change this up, right? And these scripts, you can text them, you can call, the more direct, better. I love what Earnest is doing. The best conversion is always going to be get on the phone, get in person, belly to belly is always the best way. But this you can use in any different scenario, right? So let's read this together. Right? I want you guys to think, if you're getting this message from me, how would you respond? How would you respond? So let me verbalize it. I'll say, hey, Ant, I want to share something that I've learned I felt could benefit you. There's a new health product that's got over 50,000 positive reviews already. It helps naturally stimulate human growth hormone, which helps promote deeper sleep, more energy, reduce body fat, anti-aging, and overall health. I'm excited about this, and I thought you'd benefit from this as well. I've got a quick 3-minute video that covers the info on it. If I linked you to a video to better explain, would you be down to watch it? What would you respond? Type it in the chat. Like, what would you guys think if you got something like that? Is it salesy? Is it pushy? Is it like forceful? Or is it like, yeah, why not? Right, Maria? Sure. Right, Kim? Yeah, it's just like, why not? 3 minutes. I could do 3 minutes. Sounds really cool. Right? Sure, you'll take a look. Exactly. I just send it. Absolutely. Thanks for thinking about me. So let's say what Ant says. This is the scary part, right? Yeah, you got it. Is Ant going to say yes or no? And the reality is not everyone's going to say yes, but you don't need everyone to say yes. Okay. All right. Sweet. Hey, bro, sounds very interesting. Shoot the video over. Okay. So I'm going to go back here. What I like to do personally when I invite, I like to double confirm that they're actually going to look at the information. They're going to double confirm to go to the appointment, whatever that it is. The script, Diane, Ant can drop it back in the chat as well too. And in here, I have it in the boards. I have a ReNew invite double confirmation. So I'm going to put this. So I'm going to say, awesome. If I linked it to you, when do you think you for sure can do it by? Excited to hear your thoughts. I do this because if you have them in person, it's very obvious that they're going to watch the presentation because they can't run away from Earnest, right? But if you're doing this over a phone or a message or something like that, you might shoot them something and they never watch it. So I want to get a double confirmation first. Anthony dropped the boards there. Feel free to use that. And once again, work on it with your leadership. What's cool is the leaders, they can adapt their own boards if they want to use this app. And they can you can take everything that I have in here and put it onto your own as well too, right? So do everything with your leadership since you have your own systems, of course, but I just want to show you the basics. So I'm gonna text this, all right? Let's see what Ant says. I'm gonna get a double confirmation before I give the goods. Don't make it so easy, right, ladies? I know they're really good at this with the guys and everything, right? You got to play a little bit hard to get. Got to make sure they got this. So let's say what they got. And the boards that Anthony did drop in the chat, I want to let you know, it's what I'm going through now. It's generic. It is nothing my team specific. It is something anyone could use if you want. So it's just all the stuff that we've been talking about together, right? Okay, working at the moment, you can take a break around noontime. All right, perfect. So next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send the video. Okay, so you can either have that YouTube video that you had there. In here, I have it in the boards too. So boom, send the video. Here it is. Okay. And once I send it in the boards here, I actually like to do another confirmation. You see how many confirmations I do? Who here has ever tried sending information to someone before and they ghost you, meaning they stop talking to you, like you never get a response to them, right? Yes, that happens, right? Yeah, all the time. Many times it's because we're not double and triple confirming, and we have to have a posture on this, right? Remember, we have a gift and we're not desperate to have them see the information. We want to make sure that if we're going to share with them something, they actually watch it, right? Okay, so then I'm going to type this one, renew invite final confirmation. I just have them give me like a thumbs up if they watch it. So drop a thumbs up once you're done with the video. All right, so now I know Ant is going to be watching this around noon his time. And let's say watched it, and let's say, all right, what's going to happen here? Blown away. All right, there we go. So how do you follow up? Okay. In here as well, if you notice, I actually put up some very simple follow-up questions. And whether you use the boards or you adapt this for your own, these are all simple things. Follow-up number 1, does anyone get concerned about what to say to someone after they watch a presentation? Drop a yes in the chat if that's ever concerned you. Like, you might get the information out there, you might send the invitation, but it's like, what about their questions, right? I'm so scared. Like, I'm scared. I don't feel like I know enough, whatever that it is, every single day. Here's a series of questions that anyone can use, whether it's for the product or anything. Very, very easy to do. Okay. So first question is this. You might want to jot these down. What did you like the most? I believe I heard Tracy say this as well too. That's his number 1 follow-up question, right? What did you like the most? And let's see what Ant says. All right. Does anyone else get stressed too when there's those dancing dots? You know, it's like, what are they going to say, right? Or have you had those dots before and then they stop? You're like, oh, did I say something wrong? It's so much fun. Let's see what Ed says, all right? Let's see what Ed says. Dang, he's typing a lot. He's typing a lot. This is going to be something intense right here, right? Oh, I liked how it can help me with HGH naturally. I always thought it was illegal. Ah, yeah, perfect. Yeah, and respond to their question, right? So HGH is definitely not illegal. Yeah, this is natural. So it's not like the other HGH stuff on the market. Where can you learn more? Okay, that's a buy-in question, right? So he's super exciting. And thanks, Melanie. Got to be exciting, right? If you're not having fun doing this, then you're doing it all wrong. And we're giving a gift to people. Okay, so my second question is going to be this. I'm going to be like, oh, well, he already asked a question. Where can you learn more? So my second question would have been, did you have any other questions? But you already asked that. My third follow-up would be this. Do you feel like this product can help you? Do you feel like it can help you? Let's see what Ant says. All right. Here we go. Dancing dots again. I'm thinking about a lot of you guys in your roaring 20s outfits now. I'm like, dang. I got to say, everyone that dressed, I was surprised by how many of us dressed up. Like, I thought I was going to be the only one. So I love that you guys went all out. You do, and your teammates. Oh, perfect. All right. Here, just ask the close question. Follow-up number 4. Are you interested in taking the next step? Let's see. Yeah? Awesome. And then I might ask them in the video, it talks about there's a 5-day trial, the 28-day box. Remember, we do have our trials, but you can sell a box too, you know, that's okay. So let's see. I'll say between the 5-day trial or the 28-day box, which interests you? Let's see this. Okay. Sold the box yesterday. Nice, Melanie. There we go. Absolutely. Okay. This is intense. Oh, man. I don't know what he's going to say right here. I think it's extra nerve-wracking because it's like being shared with all of you guys. 20-day trial too. Well, I do have another question and then we'll talk more, right? Awesome. Sweet. So did you guys see, this is the whole process from start to finish on how I would sell the trial or how I would sell the box of ReNew in a very, very simple way. Okay. Ant, let's give Ant a big round of applause. Great job. He's a great sparring partner. You had someone request it. Oh, awesome. Susan had a person request a trial after shooting the video this morning. Who here feels, drop a 1 in the chat if you feel like what I just went through is something you can do. Like you can do that, right? Boards is an app. It's a free app that you can use and download. Okay. It's super simple. And we're just using the incredible stuff that everyone's put together. All right. Awesome. So get that down there. And in a bit, if you can drop in the script, the invite script to get into the chat so people can grab those, that'd be awesome as well too, right?
What was the name of the app again, James?
It's called Boards. Boards.
Boards.
Correct. Very simple to use, actually. So no worries if anyone's afraid about technology stuff. It's super, super easy. You just download it, free download. Awesome. Thanks. There we go. So leaders, if you're interested in that, talk with your leadership, and you can
James, can I ask you one more? When everybody goes and downloads Boards, how do they get these pre-done scripts that you've got in there already?
Absolutely. So the Boards app is the free thing. And then if you can actually give the Boards link to the one that I just shared as well too, drop that in too, that'd be great. And then what you can do is you can take my board. So the one that I just shared with you, I customized and everything. There's a direct link that Ant will drop in the chat so you can grab it. I'll shoot it to all the leaders again as well too. You can either just use that direct, or if, like, for example, Dr. Crystal, she showed me her boards and hers are amazing. Use your leaders boards, right? Because you want to make sure.
So Dr. Crystal's already set up her own boards, you're saying?
Correct. Exactly.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
Yep. So for each,
you got hey, for the Chris's and Todds of the world, you got to give us, can't leave anything untalked about, because we're not going to figure it out on our own.
All good. You can, Chris, Todd, you guys can just use the one that I made. Once again, the one I made is completely generic. You know, I don't do anything weird with it. I made it purposely so anyone in the family could use this. So feel free to use that, you know? So, but yeah. So one last thing in this one I want to share with you as well too, right? Dr. Crystal shared an amazing social media launch strategy. Drop a 2 in the chat if you would want to use your social media and make some money as well too. Like, that sounds exciting. That sounds cool and everything. Okay. So in the same boards, let me show you one more thing as well too, is if you heard Dr. Crystal, she made it, she makes it look so easy. But I don't know about you, but when I think about social media, especially at the beginning, social media was scary to me. Like, I had no idea what to do. I'd made all the wrong mistakes. You might know me now as like the TikTok guy and stuff like that. I'm like the worst on social media. I had barely any followers. I didn't know how to make a post. I didn't know how to do anything. I didn't know what to say, stuff like that. And I love what Dr. Crystal put together. She put together a 4-day launch strategy. So actually in this boards as well, let's see, can you tweak your boards? Yeah, you can copy my boards, Melanie, and then make a new boards yourself and just share that in your team. So whether you want to use the one that I shared with you here, or you make your own and then you share that into your team, it's helpful. Okay. It helps with duplication for sure. All right. So in the same boards, I actually have a folder here where you can view the 4-day launch strategy with examples of how to do it that Dr. Crystal was talking about. Okay. So I want to talk to the leader in you right now. All I'm doing is I'm taking what all of our amazing leaders have put together and said and think, how do I make this work for me? And how do I do?
James, can I?
Yeah.
I'm going to pause you one second. Just if I'm lost, probably something else. Where you're at right now, how did you get to this now?
Yeah, for sure. So what happens is when you download boards, it's going to look like this app. It's a free app you can have on iPhone or Android. When you open up this app, there are ways, there's demos in here where you can have it actually connect directly to your text keyboard. So this is what the Boards app will look like. And if you don't know how to connect it to your keyboard, they will tell you in here how to use. It'll actually give you some ideas on, you can go to the Help Center And in the help center, it'll tell you both on your Apple and your Android how to connect everything. So in here, for example, it'll say how to open up the board's keyboard. So it'll walk you through how do you go through your settings, how do you attach it to your text. So then what you're seeing here is when I'm on my text, it's like a keyboard, right? So on my iPhone, I click on this little globe thing. This will be in the how to, and it's like I have a bunch of these text boards onto my actual text and everything. Does that make sense, Todd? Basically go to the boards app and
Yeah.
go to the how to. Yep. And it does work on desktop as well too. Yeah, absolutely works on desktop as well too. So, okay. Let me show you one cool thing on this here. So on the boards app, I also downloaded all 4 of the days of social media. And I'll give you one example. It's best to look at this on the actual boards app itself. Right now I'm going through the text, but if you go to the boards app, let me go back here. I'm going to go to this. It's called the ReNew System of Growth. In the boards app, do we have to have your own login? I think you have to get your email and then you create your own account like that. Yeah. So I'm going to open up this. So this is the actual boards app, Todd. So you go on that, you can go to the ReNew System of Growth. I'm going to open up this folder. And what it has here is I preloaded the 4 days that Dr. Crystal talked about and examples. Once you go to the boards app, no, it'll be the actual app. If Ann can drop the actual boards app that I shared again, it'll be called just the ReNew System of Growth. All right. So if you open this page up, and this is an assignment that I want everybody, right? If you're up for a social media assignment today, you want to get that moving, drop a me in the chat, type me in the chat. This is something each and every single one of us can do today to have some fun. Okay. Let me walk you through this. Okay. And I want to see a bunch of them all over the place and have fun. Okay. So let me teach you this real quick. Well, day number 1, Dr. Crystal said, have a curiosity post. Awesome. I love this group. So our goal with this social media post is to be able to create curiosity and engagement from your followers. And even if you don't use social media at all, like you've been like a social recluse on that, a hermit, this is a great way to reintroduce yourself in a non-salesy, annoying way so people can start to connect with you again. Okay. So what do? Everyone right now, if you have the ability to, take out your phone and just do a nice excited photo of yourself. Like literally do this with me, unless you already have a photo. So if you don't know how to do that, I'm just going to take a selfie here. I'm going to do like a little excited photo. Something simple. All right. So if you see, I got that. You guys got that down. Whatever you want to do. Maybe you already have another photo. Just something where you look excited. Okay. If you already have a photo down, drop a 1 in the chat. Let me know once you have a photo. Don't overthink these things. Perfectionism kills everything, right? Don't worry. I know some of you might be getting ready for the day still. Your makeup might not be on. You can do it later. I get it, But grab a photo here. Awesome. I love you guys are just going for this, okay? And what you want to do on your Facebook, on your Instagram, whatever social media that you have, even my hair looks excited. I love that. Here's what you do. In your caption, something as simple as this. You can put, I just decided to do something and I can't wait to tell you all about it. Dr. Crystal talked about this. We got this from multi-7-figure earners in the industry. It's a very simple post, okay? Every single post, here's a little pro tip. If you want people to engage with you, have you ever made a post before and it's like crickets? Like no one's talking to you, right? And you're like, I want people to actually connect with me. Well, have a call to action in your caption. All a call to action means is you're telling people what you want them to do. So here, I just said, comment me if you want to be the first to know about it. Okay. So if you see this is literally a post I made yesterday. So I said, I just decided to do something. Can't wait to tell you all about it. Comment me if you want to be the first to know. If you do that, it's all good. And remember, social media is a long-term game. Even though people might not be liking or commenting, they're watching. We have so many people. We had a teammate that just got a new partner on board and fired up. This partner had never engaged with that teammate's social media post, and that teammate was posting for like over a year. And what happened is when that teammate prospected this new leader, that leader was like, I've been seeing you on my social media. I just never really reached out to you, but I see what you're doing. So it's all about exposure, right? People just don't know. A lot of people are lurking. We do it, right? How many posts do you scroll through? We just want to get into people's minds with this, okay? So that's social media post number 1, okay? If you're down to make this post today, drop a 5 in the chat. Down to make this post today, make a 5 in the chat. There's a lot of fun, okay? Everyone can do this. Have fun with that, okay? Todd, any questions on this one right here? And I'll start to conclude this, actually.
No, I mean, obviously for all of us that are seeing it for the first time, it's a lot, but you're going to be on Andrea Rosser's Sunday night call tomorrow night, I do believe. So
Yes.
there'll be a chance for everybody to come see you again tomorrow night. I booked you and she booked you and we didn't know it. And I was like, well, you can't get too much of James. But now I really understand we can't get too much of James. So I just can't thank you enough for sharing all this.
Absolutely. And the fun part is this, and it's just, God works in amazing ways. I was putting this together when you guys reached out. I'm like, the team, people need to know what to do right now. We have such an incredible system. All of our leaders have put this all together. And what's super amazing about this ReNew system is this is from the field, by the field, for the field, right? So we as leaders need to come together. And this is just an idea, right? This is an idea that I'm going to be doing, but I want to hear feedback and see what's going on there as well too. And we're just putting it together. We can go through later. You can look through the other stuff too, but each and every single one of these, you'll see like, I actually walk you through how to build your story. This is a great post. If you saw Sarah's post, for example, as well too. We can do follow-up questions later. Rick asked, how do you transition to business opportunity video? You can just ask them if they watch a follow-up question after they see the product. Be like, hey, I'm curious. There's also a way to make money from something like this too. Would you be interested in ways to look at that? Todd?
I was just going to say, there's really, as we're digesting all of this, and James hit it on the dot, we're all in this together, like to learning how we're going to now move this forward and create income. But there's 3 different things. So Tracy and Brent spent countless hours kind of creating the system, the new packs. Tracy Turnberg is actually the one that kind of designed out, and then he got a New Age Marketing came in and helped put it all together. But there is a third component, and that is the actual presentation. So I am working diligently on the opportunity presentation. I was just telling Tracy earlier that I presented with it all day in Huntsville Thursday, but every time I presented, when you putting it on the PowerPoint and then actually doing it on the front lines, you learn stuff. So I was telling Tracy, I found a few things in the flow that I want to tweak a little bit more. So the presentation that I'm using in a actual meeting will be available to everyone by Monday. And James, I don't think I can present as good as you. I might get the presentation to you and let you actually make the video in 3 minutes. That's amazing. I'm timed out on this new technology stuff, TikTok video style. I talk too long. It's when you can say a bunch in 3 minutes, that's how you get rich here. So James, everybody plan on getting this board. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to get mine downloaded and start playing with it and then get back on tomorrow night. That way I'll be up to speed a little bit more mentally with what James is saying tomorrow night when I see him on Andrea's call. If you don't have that call, it'll be flowing everywhere. Somebody may have that link for Sunday night's call that they can put in the chat room. But that being said, Chris, Tracy hopped on with us. Tracy and Brent have been diligently, and I think Tracy's got a couple updates on the system, and then there will be actually the entire system of how the ReNew system works, the packs, all that kind of stuff. I think there's going to be another hour-long call one day next week. So, Tracy, we've got about 5 minutes left. Could you update us on that?
Yeah, I tell you, it has been a crazy week, and James just blew it up even more. That was incredible, James. That's fully what we expected to see coming out of Orlando. We knew that we would launch the 5-day trial system with collaboration with corporate, that we knew that the leaders would take it and make it their own and create this workflow that's going to be unique to every leader and every team. And this is a great scripted, simplistic version for people to be able to do. And I can't wait for what's going to be happening. Now, this week, we will be doing another call that's going to be more details. Zoom link is same as last week. It's the New Age Live link. 7 p.m. Central Time is going to be this coming Wednesday again. We're going to do a full system overview. So you get the gist of how the math works, how the income's made, that kind of stuff. So we're excited about that. So make sure that you're on that call, because right now, guys, this is the time to be plugged in. This is the time to take action, because you are missing out if you're not on these training calls. If you're not on Andrea Rosser's training call tomorrow night and re-listening to what James just introduced, you're missing out. You're not getting it in. If you're not on New Age Live, matter of fact, there isn't a New Age Live this week because it's Labor Day, isn't it? It's a holiday. So Wednesday is your plug-in point for next week's corporate information. So make sure you're plugged in. Be active in the Facebook groups, because right now things are moving so fast. We are perfecting the field activity of the workflow. And if you want to be a part of that and you want to catch up, like James said earlier, he said it's so perfect that you want to be even level playing field. This is the perfect time for me, a 26-year-old company. For the ARC side, it's 10 years, 11 years, whatever it is, that this is the perfect time for everyone to be on the same page moving forward. But it all comes down to the activity that Earnest has, like the results on the product. That is the fuel that's going to drive this entire thing, Todd.
Yeah, exactly. You know, everything's for naught if you stay in information gathering mode for 6 months. Like Earnest, he didn't need James' video yet. He took the trial packs, left Orlando, and went and handed them, put them in people's hands and set appointments. The video is going to, like this, I'm just telling you, I've been out here a long time. The HGH customer video that you just got from James today, that video is as good of a conversion video as I've ever seen. And I've been watching James. He's been playing with his TikTok. It's where all of our minds are now. Even if you're old, you scroll on these reels, and our attention spans have shrunk. These long videos don't work anymore. They've got to get to the point. They got to keep us entertained. They got to have all this stuff popping in. It was awesome. But I will tell you, he mentioned Dr. Crystal's already been doing boards, and Dr. Crystal's the one that kind of started with the 5 packs. We already have her booked for next Saturday. So we can spend our whole week, and we're going to get Dr. Crystal's ReNew system next Saturday, how she's doing it, which I think is a lot of the same things that James is doing. I had a little 3-way call with him earlier, and I didn't realize that I didn't even know what boards was until 15 minutes ago, but all of a sudden I'm like, Chris, it's amazing, isn't it?
I just downloaded it. So, I mean, I was listening and downloading at the same time and taking pictures. And I think I want to reiterate what everybody just said. I mean, everybody's been waiting for us to have the exact system that'll build your pipeline and build your business. And I am totally convinced. And Tracy, we got to have you back as well. The chat room was filled with, when is James going to do more depth training? Guys, over the next several weeks, every week we'll be concentrating on building and developing this ReNew system so that we can do what this company's been waiting to do, that is explode. And first, I want to say to Dr. Crystal Lance, she started doing this testing and those 5 packs, and that was the reason. And she was tracking it. And she stepped out on her own.
Highlight her real quick, Anthony. Highlight Crystal for us.
Bring her up. I mean, I'm just saying, oh, she didn't know they were doing this. And like, okay, tough. Hey, you still look great. You always worry about that. Hey, you look great. So, but I mean, you're muted. The thing is that, you know, her and my daughter have been doing these ReNew things a long time on this Tuesday night, but you've been working that system, and that's really where this has all come from. And then one thing I want to point out, I think that's really important. Do you realize that except for Todd and I, everybody else on the screen is not financially connected? Everybody here is on a team that is trying to do something special with a company, and it's not about who gets credit. Crystal deserves a whole lot of credit for this, and she's never been one to need that. It's about helping the team. Tracy has worked so many hours not being paid, and James is not. I want you to know this is a special company that's doing, and this product is what we've all needed. Like Tracy and I talked about this. We've never had that connection. It's been the Noni and it's been the Limu and it's been the R. We've all had, and right now we got this one product that's not only phenomenal, you probably should be thanking Deanna and Brent Roth for building it, but this thing coming together. And I just think if we'll learn this system over the next, I don't know if you guys have noticed, it is Labor Day weekend, and we have one of the largest Zooms on Saturday morning that we've had in several weeks. I got news for y'all. Over the next few weeks, this is going to double and triple because people are wanting to learn. I got a dozen people texting. I hope y'all are recording because I can't get on today and they're traveling or they're, okay, guys, it's time to be, I'm pumped. I done downloaded boards and didn't even know what boards was. And I was distracted. I wasn't texting. I'm downloading boards and trying to get my picture made and all these things. I'm not a high tech guy. Todd laughs and this, and he acts like he's not. Compared to me, he's high tech. But
everything's relative.
Dr. Crystal, anything you want to talk about and what you've been doing here? I mean, we just wanted to thank you mainly. I kind of put you on the spot.
Well, these boards are truly, it's a game changer. And I want you to know, take baby step. Don't get total, what you can make these boards do is incredible, but keep it simple. I want you to know, Mark he'll sit there and he'll figure tech out, but it's not his good thing, that he's not great at it. Okay. I downloaded this onto his phone because he's like, I don't need another thing. And I was like, just hush. And I downloaded it onto his phone and I said, send me a link to a box of ReNew 28-day, a box of ReNew, a smart link. And he's like, and he goes to go over to his notes where he's saved it 20,000 times and he's trying to, and I said, stop. You see the little globe in your left corner? And he's like, yeah. And he clicked it. And I said, see where it says renewal tools? Yeah. I said, click that. And he goes, oh, it's right there. He touched it. It copied. I said, put your finger next to the cursor in the message box. It pasted. And I said, hit send. He's like, oh my gosh, I can do this now. So you guys, it's so simple. It takes this down to where we used to say an 8th grader could do it, but quite honestly, our 8th graders are pretty technologically advanced. So let's say a kindergartner can now do this. Okay. There, no excuses anymore. No excuses that you don't know how to get tools in people's hands. It is simple. You have to open your mouth and get a 5-day trial in people's hands, and it takes over for you. That's it.
James, I think you got a call to action for us all.
Absolutely. Hey, we need to take this energy and move it toward the director. If you're on this call now, you're like, I'm so fired up. You're like, what do I do with this fire, right? So if you're up for a challenge today that'll make you money, put money in your pocket, drop a 10 in the chat. Drop a 10 in the chat. I'm going to give you guys something here. Okay. I'm going to give you guys 3 levels of a challenge today. Okay. Because right now it's first movers advantage. Right now, all of us here together, we have the ball in our court. We have this ability to be able to move forward fast. Conference just ended. We got to run out of here right now. We got to be like the Earnest out there. So here's the challenge. It's about exposure. 3 levels, you pick your level. We'll have a 1, 2, 3. And as I go through these challenges, I want to see what challenge you want to do. And once you do them, post them into your Facebook groups as well too, all right? So here it is. It's going to deal with sending this invitation out. Okay, we need an invite challenge. We're the messengers. We have this ability, that one connection that Sonia did to connect to Earnest wasn't just Earnest. That was 20 plus brand partners, and guess what's going to happen the next year, right? So this one type of an invite could be that door opener. It could be your next Earnest. So here's the 3 levels of challenges. And I want us to do this within the day. Level number 1, send 5 of these messages out to your prospects. Okay, level 1, 5. Level number 2, a little bit more, 20. if you send out 20 of these messages, call, message, whatever you want to do, you're going to get something sold. All right, it's going to get done. And for the person that really, really, really wants to run out of this conference, you want to be that next story. You want to be that next person on stage, highlighting these calls and everything, the next Earnest. Then this is what the big challenge is going to be 50 new invitations, messages like this sent out. So we have 5, 20, or 50. For yourself, 50 for Mark. Yeah, put in the chat, how many do you want to do? 50s. And it doesn't have to be 50, right? Pick the level that makes sense for you. But I see that we have a high standard crew right here. Todd, Chris, this Saturday call, you guys got some crazy leaders on this call, you know? People are just like, I want to go. This is what's going to take our company to the masses, right? Not just the minimums, you're going for the maximum, right? Awesome, Marley, 20 today, 50 by the weekend. And when you do these 20 to 50, awesome, right? Just each and every single one of us need to take forward action. Each and every single one of us just need to spread this message, right? Can you imagine I'm seeing on average, let's call it 30, and I saw at least 20 people in there. That's like 600 messages that are sent out just in the next day. And imagine as these get into people's hands, as you're getting money into your pocket and you're getting new partners started. And just imagine week after week, keep on plugging into every single call that's been going on, work closely with your leadership. I just can't imagine how our company can't go into explosive growth in this month. September is going to be the best month ever, right? Once you're done with that challenge, post it into your respective Facebook groups. I know we have different groups that are out there, and just put that you put your challenge done. Say, Willie can say I did 50 invites, you know, be proud about yourself. Be proud in the action that you're doing, because it's the repetition that's going to build up your confidence and your belief in everything. And let's do some incredible things together. All right. So Todd, thanks so much. I'll hand it back to you. Appreciate all the leadership here. Lots of fun.
Wow. I don't know what to say. Each week I keep saying this is the best week ever, and it just seems like it's every week it's being that way. Guys, I want to tell you one thing. James gave you a challenge and you put your thing in it. You have to make that promise to yourself to follow through. And I saw somebody that said that on stage. It said, when you make a promise to yourself and you make that, that's the difference. You know, and that's the key to this. It's not for me and it's not for James. You make this promise that you're going to do that. You're not letting us down. I want to make that very clear. You'll be letting yourself down, or whatever your why is down. So you've been given literally a way to get the pipeline started. And that's an incredible thing. So promise to yourself you'll do it if that's what you said. And you don't have to be 50. It can be 10, whatever your number is. He said 5, but you've got to make the promise to whatever the number is, says I'll get it done. And I think Deb did that at the convention. She talked about doing one thing. I remember her story. She said, I had promised, and she said, I went to Walmart to get that last one in. So guys, we went over a little bit today. We're going to bring Tracy back again. Obviously, don't miss Andrea Ross's call tomorrow night. Make sure you're on Tracy's call this Wednesday. This is your month to learn a system that can change. You've been on these Saturday calls, been waiting for what is here, but you got to take action. So Todd, last words. Tracy, anybody?
Great day. I learned a ton, like my brain's an overload. I'm not that smart. I got a lot of work
I don't
to do
normally
today.
have a board. I usually have notes. What I'm going to do this day, I got notes on what somebody else was saying and getting boards and then these apps. I took pictures. I'm like, I'm excited about what we got. So guys, have a great day. Plug in, enjoy your day. Hope all your team, if you're a football guy, hope all your team wins except for Alabama. I'm signing off. Have a good one. Just adding one last word in.